GTA Trilogy has a Metascore of 0.5. Well, we're going to discuss about that and much more on this episode of Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher 305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
How was your weekend?
Fantabulous. Yours?
I was fighting a messed up knee because I'm old. But you know what?
Did you put WD-40 on that thing by chance?
No. Actually, I ran out of WD-40, so I got 2 WD-20s, and I started squeezing out alternately.
All right.
Mierda. Anyway, listen, it's Monday, start of a new week, and some ass needs to be beat. Let's do this.
All right, Ike, let's do this. So let's talk about what's going on with GTA, dude. And so far, GTA, the trilogy, has a Metascore at 0.5. It scored 0.5. That's low. And especially in a game. What?
But wait.
What?
It got 1.0 for PS5 players.
Oh, wow. Whoopie-doo. But still, it's a bad score, dude. 0.5? I mean, dude, everybody's been waiting for this shit, and it's getting such a bad rap, Willie. What's going on that it's getting such a bad rap?
Okay, let's break it down from the beginning.
All right, let's do this.
First off, the Metacritic score that he's referring to is the aggregate of customer scores, because it's being review bombed. People are very disappointed with this. We're talking about 2,000 plus user reviews in total on different platforms. The PC score was the one that hit 0.5. At one point, the peak was 1.0 for PS5 players. But how did it get here? Well, let's start with the beginning. GTA, the definitive trilogy, is what it's called, is a hot pile of garbage. I want to ask Punisher to put up just a little compilation of videos showing just how messed up everything is. My favorite one is a super up close shot of CJ.
Oh God,
it's gonna haunt your nightmares for the next 2 weeks.
I don't know why I laugh and then I get scared of it. It's weird.
I'm talking about
it's a weird moment.
Glitchy things like phasing through walls, your car suddenly having a shit fit and blasting into the air. I'm talking about you're in an airplane and as soon as you bank, if it's raining, the rain starts going up.
Still priceless.
I'm talking about crazy things across all three games. Now, that in itself is pretty bad.
Okay. But
it's the dick moves that Rockstar has done in addition to all the crap that has people pissed. For example, did you know this?
All right, talk to me.
All digital versions of the three games that are in this trilogy that existed before this came out have been removed.
That sucks, man. Why would they do such a thing?
Meaning, the three games have been digitally redone for PS3, PS4 on the PlayStation Store.
Mm-hmm.
Same for the 360 and Xbox One on Xbox Live, and of course PC. Those are all gone. If you want to play the game, you can only play it through the definitive version. Shades of what Activision Blizzard did when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, where even if you own the original game, the launcher would just get rid of it because you're playing Warcraft 3 Reforged now, bitch. Pretty shitty. On top of that, people who bought the PC version could not play the game at launch. Rockstar went and took down their own Rockstar launcher because, of course, they have their own fucking launcher. And when they brought it back up, GTA, the definitive edition, was not the definitive trilogy, was no longer there. They said that they're doing it because they wanted to remove files that were unintentionally included in those versions. We had talked about last podcast about how those files could be actual source code
Yeah.
But it turns out that it's more like developer commentary and stuff that had been removed from the game because, oh yeah, this is a definitive edition, right? But 20 music tracks were cut out. Now, I'm not blaming them for its cutting out the music because rights issues, so they have to remove the games. Remove the tracks. But it's not definitive if it doesn't have everything that the original games came with.
Which is true. You're right about that.
They also removed some cheats.
What?
But here's what they didn't remove. They didn't remove hot coffee.
Hot coffee? Excuse me?
You remember the thing that I told you about last week? The sex mini game?
Oh my
that they had blocked off originally and had to remove?
It?
The hot coffee code was still in there.
All right, I guess. I mean, I can see why.
Because holy shit, you didn't learn your lesson last time?
Nope, they just said fuck the rest and keep the hot coffee. Why not?
Well, so there's all that bunch of stuff going on. On top of that, they seem to be getting a little happy and are going on a scorched earth campaign, removing mods from GTA 4, leading people to think that they might do a definitive edition of that game. Bottom line is Rockstar has been pretty prickish with all this shit.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I was actually hoping for the best for the GTA trilogy to come out. Like, you know, I really wanted to see this succeed. But man, to me, I feel like they didn't really give through shits. They kind of like whatever with it in a way. Does that sound right? The way I'm saying.
They wanted to release something.
Yeah.
Anything to cash in. They're not working on anything specific. They're too mind bending, other than GTA 5 for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, because we need that.
Yeah,
that's the main thing they're working on right now. Whether or not they're working on GTA 6, they're not going to say, and they haven't even hinted. I mean, there's been little leaks here and there, but nothing the definitive saying, okay, GTA 6, they have not announced shit.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
When they announced that they were doing this trilogy, my thought at first was that they were going to remaster it using the GTA 5 engine.
Mm-hmm.
No, they kept the original engines. They just gussied them up a little bit, but in certain parts it still looks like shit. The leaked gameplay of the game showed off character models that didn't look that much better, and some of the pictures I've seen since, they look hideous.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay, the city itself looks better, but only in certain parts. And really, the rain going up was the one that made me laugh.
Oh, and this guy's face close up, did it?
That made me scared.
That's fine. You know what, man? I think this will be a great moment for our audience here to tell us what they thought about this, if they bought it, or what they think about this whole story in general. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts about this, and let's have a conversation about this, ladies and gentlemen. And on to other news. Back 4 Blood devs know that the game is far more difficult than intended right now. I could have told you that from the fucking demo. The demo itself was hard. And I'm going to tell you that me, Lewis, freaking, oh God, Robert, I forgot his name. Well, we played this game and we were getting slaughtered. And we had it like, I think in the medium setting. We're not even going hard or nothing. We just wanted to play around with it, the whole beta sense and whatnot. But I'm going to be honest, that game was hard as hell. But now the devs are saying, yeah, it was intended to be difficult. I'm not sure if I should be. I'm not sure if I'm glad about it. Yeah, but I'm not sure if that was like a good thing, because I don't want an easy game either. But I don't want this shit to be that I can't get past the first level either.
Well, I mean, there has to be a balance. Like the phrase "difficult but fair" comes to mind.
All right.
Something that's bandied about with all the From Software games, the Dark Souls people.
Mm-hmm.
Their games are punishingly difficult, but they're fair. You just have to learn how to play the game, play by its rules, so that you can succeed. This sounds more like Nintendo hard.
Yeah. I mean, it is. They're getting all the complaints and stuff as it is right now. They pretty much address it in a Reddit community, talking about, yeah, it's difficult. It's more difficult than what we intended, and I guess they're trying to fix it, but I don't think they really want to, because if the game is still, you think they do? I mean,
they do.
I don't know. I just don't.
There are issues.
I don't really want to handicap it too much.
They're saying that there's issues and bugs right now that are preventing them from focusing on the difficulty. They want to get those bugs squashed first, but that they're looking into dialing them back a little bit. They don't want to make it easy. All they're saying is, we want to dial it back a little bit. I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Were there any purple people?
You know what? If they were the dead guys that were annihilating me, dude.
This is a Division 2 joke, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys have no idea about the fucking
when Division 2, when they were doing the open beta for Division 2, Punisher played along with a couple of the other guys, and he had his fill of purple people.
It was only the purple people. Everybody else I could annihilate. Headshots here though. But the purple people had the Benny of steel. I would shoot them dead on and nothing will happen. They're bullet sponges. But they will get a couple hits off me, I die. But I'm like, yeah, I can't get to the freaking White House. Why? Because the purple people will kill me. All of a sudden Joe's like, well, it's gonna be my first time playing it. All right, let's see what happens. 15 minutes later, I got past everything. I'm like, go, just die, Joe. Just die, bro. Just leave. I hated him so much when he told me he got past it in less than 15 minutes. Yeah, I got past it. I'm like, fuck you, man. You like how? I played the game. The purple people freaking murder me. Also, they did an update. Everyone gets a free chance. I played it again. Purple people didn't exist. They didn't do shit to me. I was even walking right through the White House like if nothing happened. All fucking nonchalant and shit about it. Fucking bastards. Are you happy?
I'm not happy. I don't care. I'm colorblind. They all kill me the same.
Oh, I hate you, Willie, so much right now. Let's talk about getting shot, Willie, and actually getting shot down, which is Call of Duty launches sales fall 40% in the UK when compared to last year. So the UK launch sales of last year's investment call for Call of Duty franchise, the Call of Duty Vanguard are down 40% when compared to the opening week, from the opening week of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I'm not sure how big a deal that 40% was, like compared to that one year to another, but it must be a drastic cut, huh, Willie?
Well, let's be 100% real here.
Yeah.
Yes, 40% less sales does worry Activision Blizzard, because that is their biggest title of the year.
Yeah.
But with all that, it was still the best selling title, the best selling game in UK its launch week, and it was the second biggest launch of the year. But the only game selling more was FIFA 22, which is another 10-pole game. Would they have wanted more sales? Of course, but remember that the landscape's still pretty weird, and it could be that people were more interested in Battlefield 2042 this time around, but eventually people will gravitate back to Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it will sell less than Black Ops Cold War did. Maybe, but we got to give it time.
No, definitely, dude. Let's see what happens. But now, Willie, today we have to be honest and celebrate and congratulate Xbox on their 20 years, dude. It's been a marvelous time for them to be alive, to have all these cool things out there for everybody, all these great games and stuff, even the bad ones, because you can never forget the bad ones. But it's been 20 years for them, dude. And I think it's an amazing accomplishment to get that far, even to a point where Sony congratulated them on their achievement. But now, why am I bringing this up? Because Microsoft adds 76 more games to the backwards compatibility, which I'm baffled about this. Let's talk about this, Willie, because this is amazing. Besides the fact that 20 years, they add 76 more games to their backwards compatibility list. Let's, please.
Well, the any additions that make the backwards compatibility is going to make Xbox fans happy, because that means that they get to play more Xbox 360 and OG Xbox games on their newer consoles. Now, the games that they've added, I mean, there's some duds in there, and some. I mean, does anyone still play Disney Universe?
I mean, is it a possibility?
So.
I mean, I'll try it just for the fuck of it.
Now, one game that I didn't even know existed, Black College Football Experience Doug Williams Edition.
That sounds too much.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that. That sounds amazing.
But okay, it's on there. That's good. But now, among them, there are titles that some people do care about.
All right.
I know you personally are happy about 50 Cent Blood in the Sand being on there.
Which one?
50 Cent Blood in the Sand.
You know what? I always wanted to play that game.
Well, there you go.
I always wanted to.
I have it, but on the PS3. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
But among the games on here are some real good ones. Dead or Alive 3, 4, and Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
The Fear Trilogy.
Nice.
The Max Payne Trilogy. Otogi and Otogi 2. Skate 2. Quite a few Star Wars games, including the Clone Wars and Star Wars Starfighter.
Yeah.
Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters Future Perfect. Viva Pinata, which is fun for the kids. And of course, the most important one. And
Which
I think
one?
you'll agree with me.
All right.
Onichambara Bikini Samurai Squad.
Of course. Why wouldn't they have that there?
I meant Manhunt, but that one, yeah, Onichambara's in there too.
I mean, okay, fine. Manhunt, fine. But I see nothing wrong with that one.
76 games in total. Again, from the 360 and the OG Xbox. And some of them are actually going to have enhancements.
All right.
It says here all will benefit.
Pretty freaking good.
All will benefit from auto HDR, and OG Xbox games will experience a 4 times resolution increase on Series X and Xbox One X, a 3 times increase on Series S, and 2x resolution on Xbox One S and Xbox One.
Oh, hey, that sounds promising, dude. That's actually actually good.
Along with FPS boost, so you'll be able to play some of these games in 60 frames.
That's really good. Joe, are you happy? Maybe not. He ain't gonna play it. Anyways,
he doesn't care.
He don't. But look, that's all fine and dandy. Again, congratulations, Xbox, for your 20 years. But I have to say this with with very kind heart. That's not that important right now. Do you care to know what's important right now, Willie?
Please, tell me.
Tomorrow, we're going to get another trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And not only that we're going to be getting that, for a fact that we're going to do a breakdown about it, because it's a freaking must. We're going to break it down and tell you our excitement, our joy, our hatred, if we have any, and give you everything that we think about this movie and what do we predict for December.
Why don't we just react to it?
Yeah, a little reaction video. That'll be key. And I can't wait to do a reaction video for it, because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I can't wait to see this fucking trailer, because now hopefully on this second trailer we're going to be seeing a little more. We might even see a little bit of Doc. Well, we're going to be seeing Doc Ock for sure, but who knows what we're going to be seeing. We might even see a little bit of who knows, we can see the other Spider-Man in this freaking movie. If we're going to get the Goblin, maybe Sandman, Electro. I mean, who knows what they're going to show. I'm still saying somewhere on the line, in the middle of the whole movie, we're going to get Venom just pops in because reasons. But that's just me being wishful about it. Willie?
Oh, they've mentioned that it's possible that we're going to see some big surprises.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. I just know that, again, this is one of the most anticipated movies of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it stars everybody.
Everybody, even the kids in sync.
I think at some point, the 5th and 7th Doctors are going to show up.
Can you imagine being that they bring that and they, just for shits and giggle, we get the landlord from the first Spider-Man movie?
Listen, everybody is going to be here up to and including Optimus Prime, Tenderheart Bear, and maybe, just maybe, Barney.
God, you had me at Tenderheart. That's all I gotta tell you right now. You had me at Tenderheart.
I'm saying. If a My Little Pony were to show up, I would not be surprised.
You know what? I wouldn't be either. But ladies and gentlemen,
if Superman showed up, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, if Superman shows up, I'm gonna be kind of curious. I'm like, wait a minute, don't you belong in another alternate universe?
If Superman shows up, the internet will not break. It will actually spontaneously combust.
Somewhere in the desert where they have our internet in a router, like everyone's internet's in one router, like in South Park, is just gonna go just blow up.
All the fiber cables are just going to Thanos snap.
Everyone, nobody's gonna have internet. What happened to my internet? Oh, I just saw the Spider-Man video. That's what happened.
And then you're gonna turn around. You're gonna hear Steve, and there he goes. Bucky's he's melting again. At least Rocket didn't have to buy his arm, right?
You know what? Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But all I gotta tell you is, ladies and gentlemen, that make sure to follow our pages. You see them down here below. Make sure to follow them because we're gonna be giving out the trailer immediate when it comes out for you guys to see. We're gonna get the full trailer, not that half-ass soon coming, and it's like 3 minutes of it. We're gonna give you whatever length of this video it is, and we're gonna make sure to put it on Instagram for you guys. So follow. But Willie, another thing that came up in the news is the Eternals become the 10th movie to earn $100 million plus at box office in 2021. That's actually really great. I don't want to know what number one is because if it's Fast 9, they can go freaking hell about that. But that's actually impressive to be the 10th movie to get 100 mil.
Well, let's calm down now. What? I know that you love Fast 9.
No, you shut your face when you say
Fast 9 is one of those 10 movies.
Please tell me it's like a low number. I don't want it to be number one. Just like, you know what? Just
I think it's the number one grossing movie in the world. The top one domestically for now is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Awesome. I'm okay with that.
But as divisive as this movie was, it still hit the $100 million plateau domestically, along with Black Widow and Shang-Chi. That's not bad. I mean, again, the movie wasn't my bag, baby, but it wasn't bad. And I mean, you don't want movies to fail.
No,
I don't want movies to fail. If it keeps going, it might encourage Marvel to take a few more chances, and I'll finally get my Joe Fixit movie.
That'd be awesome.
I want Joe Fixit in my life. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right. You want your Joe Fixit in your life? That's fine. How do you feel about Master Chief in your life?
I would give less of a shit, but only if I'm like really constipated.
All right, fine. So being that we're talking about Willie's constipation, let's bring up Halo, which we finally get our first glimpse at the little 20-something second trailer for the TV show that's coming. I have never really played a Halo game, but luckily we have friends.
What do you mean you've never played a Halo game?
I haven't.
You played with us at the college.
I did.
You fucking did.
Was I baked? Because I don't remember.
Well, I mean, you sucked. You kept losing.
Yeah, I was baked. Anyways, so that's what happened.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
it's going to be a show that premieres on Paramount Plus in 2022, and this has been going on for a long time, to the point where Microsoft had a movie studio that it had gotten specifically because it wanted to make a Halo movie or TV series.
Yeah.
It's taken this long.
But I'm pretty much set for it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, if they do it right, I would like to see how whoever is going to be Master Chief portray him. I want to see what the story arc is going to be. I'm pretty sure a lot of our friends, even the cosplayers that dresses up like like the Halo Infinite and all that stuff are for the Industry 343. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna want to see this show do well as well. So I'll give it a benefit of the doubt, especially that I gotta beef up on my Cowboy Bebop anime before I jump on the movie because I need to. Oh god, so it's almost there. I gotta hurry up. But anyways, I have to do.
I'm gonna watch it again just because.
No, you got it. General purposes, I get it. Like
as far as Halo, I used to love playing the series with my son.
Yeah.
But the one thing that of Halo that I absolutely love and I wish I would have gotten my hands on, I think it was with Halo 2, might have been Halo 3. Remember the statue that they had at stores of Master Chief?
Yes, I remember.
I always wanted that statue. I wanted to put a PC in it.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. I would love to.
I would love to have that statue. I don't have any space for it, but that's never stopped me before.
Right? Who needs a bed?
Right? I can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, it's good for your back.
I mean, nothing is good for my back right now.
I mean, if you want to be, a nagging nanny about it, but come on, we can make a PC still.
Fuck
really.
You. No, seriously, fuck you.
A few minutes later.
Once you get past the first 3-4 vertebrae, it's like a tickle.
I did feel, I felt a weird sensation. I just don't know what nerve are you touching right now, sir?
Sir, we're touching the pillow. Oh, well, that explains it.
It's a weird feeling. Anyways, look. So that's happening, and I'm looking forward to see this freaking TV show. But Willie,
I'm not.
I think you need to talk about this one because you showed me this yesterday, and I couldn't stop laughing at this freaking article. I could not stop. Please break it down.
So, Shang-Chi's the first scene that really got people hyped up about what the movie was going to be about was the, can I say iconic bus scene?
I would say so, iconic, yeah.
Where Shang-Chi is fighting 3 thugs and Razor Fist on a bus going down the hills of San Francisco. Very good scene. Awesome scene. Well, an actual bus driver gave his play-by-play on Twitter of the scene. And it was so awesome, even Shang-Chi himself, Simu Liu, had to weigh in. And he actually breaks down everything.
Oh, God, this is the best part. Go ahead.
Starting with the first tweet, where he shows the first punch that Shang-Chi throws.
Yeah.
His tweet, as a bus operator, this is the moment I pop my parking brake and open the doors. Meaning that there would be no movie.
Yeah. Everything will stop right there.
But he went bit by bit, talking about how the bus line that was there, the one line, doesn't go down the neighborhood that they were going down. That if the bus driver saw his brakes weren't working, he has a big yellow thing that's the emergency brake right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That part where Shang-Chi goes through all the pipes and ends up sliding into the driver's seat.
Yeah.
The bus driver was talking about he wishes he could get into the seat that easily because there's a whole bunch of shit missing that would prevent him from doing it.
Uh-huh.
Just like, and he wasn't doing it to diss the movie. Like he would like the scene where that guy was live streaming.
Yeah.
He put a picture and the caption was, "This would definitely happen."
And I you know what? It's true. It's true. I believe it.
And he's just talking about, all the good and bad.
No, definitely. Everything. Which it's funny because even during the whole movie, you're loving the movie, but you do cut out certain parts of that movie because you just kind of get lost in whatever's going on. But it's true. On those buses, those trolleys, they do have a big freaking emergency button that you press down to stop the whole bus. And if a fight would have happened, that bus would have just stopped wherever they're at, stop right there, park it, and tell you guys to get out. And if you don't get out, then everybody leave, get off the bus, because these people are going to tear it down right now with their fight. It's true.
Yeah,
it's super true.
And he said that one part where the driver knocked himself unconscious.
Oh,
first. He didn't have his belt on, which is bad.
Yeah.
And the street that they were barreling down, the big downhill part, that street has trolleys all up and down, and it's a very busy street.
Yeah.
So there would have been casualties.
Oh, definitely.
But at the end, he was positive. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, despite all that, the driver's going to keep his job.
Yeah. But we also forgot one part that he had the earbuds on, so he wasn't listening to a lot of things that was going on.
Oh, no, he wasn't. And he looked back instead of using the rearview mirror to see the passengers. Yeah. But Shang-Chi did know to use the mirror.
He did. Jesus, you're right.
He points all of this out. I'm telling you, that to the point where Simu Liu actually responded, saying that it was fucking amazing.
That's dope. It's so dope.
I love shit like that.
No, man, everybody does. Guys. And
there's a breakdown, not from some pretentious YouTuber sitting there saying, well, actually, no. There's just somebody who does the job and is saying, look, these are my observations being a person who actually does this.
It's true.
It's very true. Not the martial arts part, the driving the bus part.
No, the martial arts, we'll leave it to the guy recording, because he's done it so many times that it was
actually, he took a few classes, so he knows. He definitely knows what's going on.
He knows what's up. He got it.
Live streamers.
But you know what, Willie? Besides that, let's get down to the part where we had to talk about when Sylvester Stallone almost died while filming Rocky 5? No, 6? 5?
4.
Yeah, 5. 4.
You and your Roman numerals. You know what movie it is.
Yeah.
You know what movie it is. And you just look at it and Rocky IV. Does that mean that because he was in the hospital that they put an IV on him?
Technically, he was.
But it's not the reason why the movie's called that.
It's just Rocky. I don't care.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Listen, okay. This is what they did a Rocky 4 Ultimate Director's Cut.
Yeah.
And they cut a documentary along with it showing the making of the movie.
Yes.
And Sylvester Stallone had mentioned about his fight with Ivan Drago and how he almost died doing it. Now, previously, it had been mentioned that he had told Dolph Lundgren, the gentleman who played Mr. Drago, to actually punch him in the ring. Because he was all about the grittiness and the realism. So he told Dolph, just don't even worry about it. Just punch the shit out of me. And that Dolph punched him, and yes, he had to end up going to the hospital. We knew that beforehand. But in this documentary, he talks about how Dolph punched him so hard that it almost punched his ticket. The quote. This is the quote. The first thing we shot was my entrance, Lundgren's entrance, and the introductions. And then I got really injured during the fight, and I had to be flown into intensive care to California from Canada.
Jesus.
Lundgren pulverized me. And I didn't feel it in the moment, but later that night, my heart started to swell. My blood pressure went up to 260, and I was going to be talking to angels. Next thing I know, I'm on this emergency low-altitude flight. I'm in intensive care surrounded by nuns, and then after that, I had to go back and finish the fight.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like an incredible movie.
And
can we just make a Sylvester Stallone movie?
Listen,
the movie?
He not only got out of his hospital bed to finish the fight, he also brought about world peace.
Come again? What?
He brought about world peace. Don't you remember at the end how all the Russians, all the Soviets were cheering for him?
Oh yeah.
And he had and he gave that speech that instantly stopped all wars in the world.
Dude, yeah. That was all thanks to the hospital?
All thanks to Rocky Balboa. God bless that man. Hey, yo, Adrian.
Hey, yo. Can we just
want a box?
Want to continue the podcast as Rocky? MGM leads up to a bidding war on the buddy
No,
action comedy.
don't. It sounds like you have an actual aneurysm.
Well, sorry, but let's continue on, Willie. I'm very grateful for Sylvester Stallone and his almost near-death experience to save everything.
He almost died to bring about One Piece.
He almost died for our sins because, it happens.
Yes.
Oh, God. I love him. Anyways, let's continue on, guys, which is MGM leading bidding war on buddy action comedy with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. And if you guys are not familiar about this, we brought this up many podcasts ago, many moons ago, maybe a couple months ago, and they mentioned it, which it was freaking Jason Momoa pretty much said, it'll be kind of cool to have a buddy cop thing with Dave Bautista, and they've been texting each other like little schoolgirls and making things happen. It's happening. It's happening. Within the days of idea becoming a reality, the two friends become together to develop the ideal future of a buddy cop movie starring them and whatnot. But now it's a big bidding war where to the point where MGM is actually closing into, to seal the deal already. Willie, talk to me. Like, how do you feel about this, dude? Like, that this is gonna happen?
First,
yes,
it was Dave Bautista who brought up the idea in a tweet.
It was Dave Bautista. I thought
it was Dave Bautista.
Okay, you see, honest mistake. I always thought for some weird reason it was Jason Momoa. Weird as shit.
Dave Bautista is the one that makes shit happen. But yeah, it's exactly as you said. He brought it up, and that led to him and Jason, who are friends, talking about it and bringing up a treatment that now actual movie studios are bidding on. And right now, it's MGM who's close to closing. A buddy cop movie starring Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either because I could only imagine what's going to happen in that movie.
Now, would you like to be mad?
Please? No? Yeah?
Because there's another buddy cop movie that they're talking about.
What is it?
But this one isn't as exciting.
Continue.
Mel Gibson's in talks to become director for Lethal Weapon 5.
What? Why?
You heard me.
They should be retired. I mean, there shouldn't even be a part 5. They're like done. No, why? Whoa. Why? Why is this happening, Willie?
Because nothing is sacred. And how many times have we said that?
Too many times, actually. I wish we had a little count, a little count somewhere around here that says every time you mention that, and it has to be accurate every podcast.
I have to keep bringing it up because I know that eventually somebody will forget.
Well,
and it can never be forgotten.
It's not sacred. It's horrible, dude.
Let's talk about something interesting before we sign off.
You know what? You're right, Willie. And let's bring up something that everybody should be knowing now. This is the week when Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to come out. This Thursday. It's going to come down. I'm excited because I really want to go see this movie. And something really hit the air that made me think a little bit. And it's in this article here. Being that what the new heroes that we're going to be getting for Ghostbusters Afterlife, how come they have no idea what happened in New York City, in the 80s and whatnot? Because, with something that big that you're hunting ghosts and stuff like that would have been a kind of an ongoing thing, wouldn't it? Like a lot of people, how they want to do the whole retro thing, oh man, remember back in the time and this and that, I think ghost busting and a big giant freaking marshmallow that almost took down a whole building would have been big. Or the Statue of Liberty walking through the ocean and fighting a building with a evil goo monster. I think that would have made history, even in the schools. I don't know. Why wouldn't you think, Willie, that these kids, that they're going to be the new heroes, that we have Paul Rudd showing them on YouTube about the history of the Ghostbusters, or at least part of the Ghostbusters, before they break down of who are they and where are they and all that good stuff. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to break that down during the movie. But please continue.
Well, this is something that you that actually brought up in a previous podcast. Like, okay, these in 1980 something, I don't know what universe, a huge marshmallow man traipsed through New York.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think that people will remember that. But then I thought about it because I read this article and I thought about it and I'm like, okay, how many kids you think now readily remember when they had the assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan?
And that's weird that you bring that up because I even told you, being that I was born in the 80s, like 1980.
We were born in 1980.
In 1980. And all these years passed by and all that stuff. I never recalled that until maybe in my teens or whatever, which I became now like a history buff lately as well. And I come to hear things like this. I'm like, man, this happened? Holy crap. Like, it's interesting to know this stuff. And then the fact that you told me about this whole thing with Ronald Reagan, the assassination attempt for him, I was actually mind blown. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I remember hearing about this. But then again, that was just me. But I'm kind of curious about today's youth and the fact that, you know, certain things are happening now or even past, not too long ago, or at least past in our eyes, like 9/11, for instance. I remember that like as clear as daylight, but you told us as a kid, that's history for them. That's like, wow.
But 9/11 is something that happened and we relive it every year.
Yeah, exactly.
My daughter,
my daughter
was a month old when 9/11 happened. She knows what it is because it's, again, talked about constantly. But think about the fact that were it not for history class, kids today wouldn't know about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yep, that's another one too.
Even with history classes, they might not know the actual dread fear of actually having nuclear war that we went through in the 80s.
Yeah, we had the alarms going off. We all had to do the whole duck and cover maneuver. I remember some of those things.
Well, that duck and cover was in the 60s. By then, after that, we finally realized it doesn't matter how much ducking or covering you do, you're gonna be a matchstick.
Yeah, all I can tell you is this much: as Miami Springs, they live by that weird code. Weird as it is.
Oh yeah,
Leon, pretty still... idea is like, yeah, this is gonna happen. But in Miami Springs, it was like, hey, get down under your desk, cover your heads, pray like to do something because it's gonna happen.
To this day, around Amelia Earhart and around Opelika Airport, there are still bomb shelters.
That's crazy. That's crazy right there.
The kids, the kids now don't know that because they weren't told. Shit. And on a lesser thing, remember when everyone went nuts because Billie Eilish didn't know who Van Halen was?
I didn't even know that she didn't know that.
Shit, you're not born with this knowledge.
No,
so it's entirely possible that the kids that are the heroes in Ghostbusters Afterlife would not know about the ghosts taking over New York. They're not even in New York.
They're not. They're miles out of New York though. They're still in the area, but they're out in Ocampos of New York, like past that.
Well, I mean, but yeah, they're not in New York City, and it's not like they have constant reminders of who the Ghostbusters were.
You're right. No, it's true though. You're absolutely right though, Willie. That's what I'm trying to get to as well.
I mean, you kind of have to stretch it a little bit because the moment something pops, like little mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Men start showing up at a supermarket, there's gonna be some flashbacks.
Oh, definitely. Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, those things are alive." I remember back in the 80s.
Exactly.
80s.
Either that, or the news just doesn't work no more.
Oof.
Although, I remember a video that I had seen about Demolition Man. Remember that classic?
Oh, beautiful.
How in the future everybody was really nice and they didn't curse and they didn't touch and all that bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
The older black man that was there who knew Sylvester Stallone's character.
Yeah.
When he was a policeman.
Yeah.
And doesn't seem to remember half the shit that Sylvester Stallone knows.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you were there. How could you not remember all of this shit?
It's true. It's true. You're like, wait a minute. You should know them.
Sometimes there are continuity errors in movies that bug people. And sometimes, yeah, you know what? It makes sense. And I think that in this case, I'm gonna land on the side of, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. But you know what? let's see what happens. And I hope to pray that this weekend we get to go see the movie. And I hope if you guys do too, let us know what your thoughts are. I will love to know what you guys think about it. Yes.
I have a prediction.
Go.
I know who's behind everything in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Who?
Mephisto.
My God, Willie, just you hurt me so much.
As a matter of fact, halfway through, Spider-Man's gonna show up.
Oh, you're gonna tell me? You know what, man? You're breaking me already. Like, all I need right now is that they say, you know, oh yeah, you know, Spider-Man saved the day and all this, but hey, you guys heard about the Ghostbusters? I mean, we all know it's a comic book, but is it Ghostbusters part of DC?
No, Ghostbusters is Paramount.
Oh, all right, never mind. Well, that is what happens. But anyways,
wait,
what
is it? No, it's hold on a second. Now I have to find out. Hold on, people.
Yeah, because now I'm kind of curious if they're in that universe, because what happens if they're part of DC or
it's Sony.
Sony?
So Spider-Man is definitely going to show up.
All right. That's it.
Yep,
Game over.
Spider-Man's going to show up.
Uh-huh.
Venom and Carnage are going to show up. That's it.
Welcome to the multiverse, folks. Welcome to the multiverse.
This is the Willyverse, where everything is connected.
Oh God, ladies and gentlemen,
listen, I used to be really good at 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, and I can connect Optimus Prime to Captain Caveman if you let me.
I'm just not gonna. You know, you're not gonna do such a thing anymore, Willie. That's it. You hurt enough people as it is right now.
I've hurt nobody.
You hurt everybody. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. Make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, and just know when comes amazing news, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on Wednesday. And make sure to follow us on, you know, Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff, where we're gonna try to put out there the latest trailer for what that movie called again?
Spider-Man No Ghostbusters
Spider-Man.
Home.
God, we're talking about what? What did you say?
Spider-Man No Ghostbusters Home.
Good night, everybody. Peace.
Ah!